Ahoy, it's Chris Cashman on the waters of Elliot Bay. Today on Evening, we're getting crabby. Lots to get into tonight on Evening. Ouch, okay.
Meet the stars of the new Apple TV pickleball comedy called The Dink. And Saint sits down with the stars of Ransom Canyon to discuss season 2 of the Netflix drama. Plus, now is the perfect opportunity to donate blood and save a life.
Ahoy and welcome to Evening Magazine and welcome to the waters of Elliot Bay. You're just in time. We're going crabbing today. Ooh, how fun is this? Turns out there's a couple of things you do need to know before you start boiling the water, melting that garlic butter. Here's the rules.
So we'll go out to waypoint 79 right now, and we'll start there, and we've got 2 pots that we left out overnight.
You got a digital treasure map.
That's right.
Crabbing isn't complicated, but it does require patience and strategy, maybe even a bit of luck.
Thinking about writing a memoir on a day like today?
Yeah.
Rules and regulations can actually change depending on where you're crabbing and even the day of the week, so always check the latest regulations before dropping a pot. For today, we're talking about Dungeness crab here in Elliot Bay.
Let her rip.
Something about Dungeness crab, they're delicious, but you can do it from the beach, you can do it from a fishing pier, you don't have to have a boat, you can do it on a paddleboard, you can do it on a kayak. So in terms of license holders, it's probably one of the most popular fisheries in Washington State.
Okay.
Wow, nice work, Chris.
The size and sex of the crab matters.
See the difference? So see how wide her abdomen is? That's a female.
Okay.
And then over here on my left, see how narrow his abdomen is? That's a male.
Okay.
You can see that for a Washington crab, we need a carapace width of 6 1/4 inches to be legal. So the females are always released. That's for Dungeness and red rock crab.
It's got to be a male and it's got to be 6 1/4.
Yeah. Oh my, it's 1/8 of an inch short. Thank you. See you next week.
First day crabbing, I'm already hooked.
You can take home up to 5 Dungeness crab per licensed harvester each day.
You could get your license online. You get the certification for the Dungeness crab. I think all in, I was maybe $30-some.
That's right.
That's a pretty tasty reward for a little patience.
It is a keeper.
All right, keeper. Hope I made you hungry. Thanks to George for showing us the ins and outs. Just do a little bit of homework, get your license, and you could be crabbing tomorrow. All right, hey, a 3,000-year-old story still bringing audiences together at the movies, and there is a new #1 album in the U.S. Here's Saint with the top 5.
No one could stand between me and home.
The Odyssey is showing no signs of losing its way, earning another $87 million this weekend and pushing its global total past $600 million. Moana is #2. Toy Story 5 is #3 and has now passed $1 billion worldwide. Hadestown the musical is 4th, followed by Minions and Monsters. Critics agree the best format to see The Odyssey is IMAX 70mm. Unfortunately, the closest theaters are in British Columbia. At third place books, Yesteryear by Carol Claire Burke is the best-selling hardcover novel. It's about a social media influencer who suddenly finds herself living in 1855. Anne Hathaway will play her in an upcoming movie. Whistler by Ann Patchett is 2nd. The Calamity Club by Catherine Stockett, 3rd, followed by The Correspondent, Anne Bland. And finally, on the Billboard 200 album chart, Future is back at #1 with The Real Me. Olivia Rodrigo's You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love is 2nd. Morgan Wallen's I'm the Problem, 3rd, followed by Ella Langley's Dandelion and Noah Kahan's The Great Divide. Future's new album racked up more than 120 million streams in just 7 days, giving him his 4th #1 on Billboard's top streaming albums chart, breaking a tie with Taylor Swift and Drake.
Ooh-wee, and for the 14th week in a row, the #1 song in the land, Ella Langley, Choosing Texas. Meanwhile, in the box office, you know, around here, pickleball is not just a sport, it's a point of pride, created on our own Bainbridge Island. And now it's getting the Hollywood treatment. A new Netflix comedy called The Dink. Saint caught up with the stars.
Tennis. She needs our protection.
An epidemic is sweeping across our once great nation, and its name is pickleball.
Pickleball was invented just across the water on Bainbridge Island, and it is the official state sport of Washington. Do you think this movie is going to earn Washington a little more respect?
I think it's about damn time. I sure hope the Dink helps put Washington State on the map.
That's where it belongs.
That's where it belongs.
Pickleball has a reputation for turning, perfectly normal adults into ultra-competitive maniacs. Is it at all possible that some of us are taking the sport a little too seriously?
Are you a big pickleball guy?
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah, well, it's good to be. I think it's nice, and it's the faster it gets serious, the more serious it will become.
My name is Dusty Boyd.
You're crushing these old people, Dusty!
In the Dink, Jake Johnson plays a former tennis pro whose disdain for pickleball is overcome by the friendship he forges with the people who play the sport.
You could be a great pickleballer.
Among them, Mary Steenburgen, who caught the pickleball bug in real life about a year ago.
It seems to me, having played for now 2 months, that the real secret to what makes pickleball so special isn't really the game itself, it's the community, it's finding your people.
I love that, and it is. And it took me a while in life to find people that I live nearby that were close enough to play frequently, and I have found these lovely 3 Iranian women that are in the same kind of space as I am, and we laugh so hard. We have such a good time, and I love them. I love the camaraderie.
With tennis legend Andy Roddick on set, the pressure was on, so pickleball coaches were hired to help Jake bring his A game.
Jake, what was the part of your game you really needed to work on the most?
For pickleball, the ability to not injure my lower back a lot while I was dinking and squatting over.
Well, they say you're supposed to play 1 foot shorter than you are in real life.
What does that mean?
It means you have to be down.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I couldn't see you for a second.
For all the jokes, the Dink isn't making fun of pickleball. It celebrates the friendships that keep people coming back.
Our favorite night was this night after work when the paddles were all passed around and our entire crew played under the lights at night. Like the prop guy was playing the makeup artist, and it was just a magical night.
For somebody from Washington State where this sport was invented,
right?
That's a lovely thing to hear. That makes us proud.
Good. Well, thank goodness for those guys in the 60s, late 60s. Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Oh, I get it now. It's like tennis, but easy.
You getting ready to lose.
I can't believe that this is happening.
The Dink is a lot of fun from the mind of Ben Stiller, now streaming on Apple TV. Saint says, just like the sport of pickleball, it's way more fun than it has the right to be. Still to come on Evening.
Hi, I am Chef Makini, and today I am going to show you how to make this barbecue burger, and it is as delicious as it looks.
And Saint sits down with Minka Kelly and Josh Duhamel to talk about Ransom Canyon Season 2. Evening Magazine is made possible with support from Kitsap Credit Union. Since 1934, Kitsap Credit Union has believed that together it's possible. Together, we shine a light on the people and places that help our communities thrive.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine, where we are enjoying the waters of Elliot Bay, doing some crabbing today. You should too. Do your research, get your license, get out here on the water. Summertime is also, of course, barbecue season. Our plant-based chef, Makini Howell, says, hey, even if you don't eat meat, there's no reason to deny yourself a delicious, juicy brisket sandwich.
Hey everybody, it is peak summertime and we are all craving barbecue, and I want to show you guys something new. This is my tofu. You can find this in just about every PCC store in the region. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a barbecue burger. We're going to start off making a quick pickle creamy slaw. Don't stress yourself out. Buy a bag. Red wine vinegar. We are gonna put some olive oil in it. Just zhuzh your Italian salad dressing or whatever you got. Zhuzh it. I love zhuzhing stuff. Let's just put a little mayo in it. And then we're gonna season it. Don't forget to season your dressing. I am gonna use this Cajun Louisiana style seasoning. I'm gonna put a little bit of this dry cilantro in there. And then I'm gonna put a tiny bit of agave in there. Some black pepper. Let's see if we got any. Oh, we got some. A dash of salt. And let's mix this up. We're gonna take this, we're gonna toss it over our slaw. And because I am such a hands-on person, I'm gonna mix this with my gloved hand here. I've also made this quick pickle purple onion. So I'm gonna toast my bread in the pan. You can buy this tofu in a full-on brick. You can slice this on a meat slicer. And look how juicy it is. It's all spiced up and ready to go. Should I turn around? Very happy about my tofu, as you guys can see. I'm gonna cut this kind of thin because I want thin strips. Let's put a little olive oil in our pan. Gotta hit and sizzle. I'm just gonna like quickly pan sear it and then slather it. How you cut your tofu really changes the texture and the flavor of the tofu. Like, think outside the cube. I'm just gonna pour this sauce over. I like my stuff saucy. You can't smell it, but this smells divine. I'm gonna put a little bit of mayo on my burger. I like a little Dijon on my barbecue. Just a bit. Fill this one. Put a little slaw on top. Pickled onions. Oh, look at these! Invite those omnivores over. Invite those vegans over. You got it. You can make anything that anybody wants. Look at that! That's Makini's tofu, and it's a barbecue burger, and it's all spiced up, ready to go.
Thank you, Chef. I can't wait to dive into that one. And a lot of you can't wait to dive into Ransom Canyon Season 2. It's back on Netflix. Saint sat down with the stars Minka Kelly and Josh Duhamel to talk about love, loss, and why their characters can't seem to get out of their own way.
I miss you, Quinn. And I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice.
Stan, I need to tell you something.
Sun is going out.
Minka, Quinn and Stanton have approximately 47 reasons that they should not get together, and yet here we are, all of the viewers, hoping that they will get together. Why do you think that's happening?
I think sometimes you can't explain these types of things. It's just an inherent sort of knowingness of where home is.
Home here is Texas Hill Country. For Josh Duhamel, that's about 1,300 miles from his North Dakota hometown. But the connection to the land, that is something he knows.
You were born and raised in North Dakota. How much of this cowboy rancher swagger is homegrown and how much is just acting?
I don't have a ranch, I don't have cows or horses, but I got tractors, and I really related to this guy, you know, mostly with how connected I've become with the land, how important it is for me to pass it on to my kids and legacy and all the memories that we make out there.
I feel like we owe ourselves a conversation.
All right.
Stanton has a lot of feelings. He just doesn't really talk about them.
He isn't the world's greatest communicator. Do you have any advice for him in real life?
Yeah, see a therapist. That's funny.
Josh is not kidding.
You got to live in the moment. You have to be aware of what's in front of you, and what's in front of him is this amazing woman that he's sort of tried to deny for so long, but you don't realize what you got till it's gone.
Their characters may struggle to communicate, but Josh and Minka have no trouble trusting each other.
I truly love working with this girl. She's so honest. She's so true to the work. She works really hard to, you know, strip it all away and just get to the truth of whatever scene it is we're doing.
He's my buddy, and we trust each other, we respect each other. I check in with him, you know, I'm like, was that terrible? Did you believe me? And he'll be like, you can do another one. And I'm like, thank you. He helps make it fun.
Everything that happened, I believe, is fate, making us ready for each other.
Thank you, Saint. Ransom Canyon Season 2 streaming now on Netflix. Still to come on Evening.
Pet people can be some of the most caring people.
How you and your pets can give a life-saving gift right now.
Welcome back to Evening Magazine from the waters of Elliot Bay, the perfect time to go crabbing. It is also an unfortunate time known as the 100 deadliest days. That's the stretch between Memorial Day and Labor Day, when car crashes spike and blood donations plummet. So to help with this problem, our friends at Bloodworks Northwest have scheduled a pet-friendly donation opportunity. Saint has more.
In the heart of Seattle's Capitol Hill, there's a cafe where the tea is strong and the purring is nonstop.
This is Neko Cat Cafe, and we are a sanctuary for kitties to hang out and find their perfect forever homes, and also a spot for humans who love cats to come and meet cats.
For longtime cat lover Leah Penny, helping find these kitties permanent homes is a dream job, one she never imagined having just a few years ago.
When I was 6 years old, I had essentially an overnight onset of an autoimmune disorder called PANS. And so it was triggered by a strep infection. And it's essentially an autoimmune response that affects the brain, and it causes a form of encephalitis.
Years of misdiagnoses followed until a doctor finally found the right treatment, a therapy made possible by blood and plasma donations.
Essentially, they take plasma donations from healthy folks who have functioning immune systems and take out the immunoglobulin. So I don't know all the science behind it, but they isolate these healthy immune system cells, and then they infuse those into me.
A life-changing treatment. Just one reason why Bloodworks Northwest launched its latest donation campaign, Give Blood, Rescue a Human.
It celebrates the bond that people have with their pets. And you're probably thinking, how does that have anything to do with blood donation? Well, when you give blood, you help save someone's life. And that allows them to spend more time with their family, their friends. And oftentimes that includes their pets.
As somebody who has really benefited and had my life changed and saved really by folks taking the time to donate, it really can change people's lives. And while you might not ever meet the person who your blood goes to, there are lots of people out there, including me, who have really benefited from those donations.
People and their pets. A perfect combination to help save a life.
We know that pet people can be some of the most caring people, and compassionate people make the best blood donors.
Currently, Bloodworks Northwest remains in code red, which means they have less than 1 or 2 day supply of blood on hand. This is especially concerning because we're in the middle of the 100 deadliest days when teen car crashes spike and donations drop. Demand for blood remains high, forcing Bloodworks to import red blood cells. This means instead of relying on blood donation here in the Pacific Northwest, they've had to buy units from other blood banks nationwide, contributing to a growing national blood shortage. If all Bloodworks regular donors step up and donate just one more time, the current blood shortages would be a thing of the past. Make an appointment by calling 800-398-7888 or go to bloodworksnw.org and click on the Schedule a Donation. Thank you. Evening Magazine is sponsored by Bloodworks Northwest. Now in our 40th season, Evening Magazine shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening Magazine is sponsored by PEMCO Insurance. PEMCO empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at PEMCO.com.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine. We are wrapping things up here on Elliot Bay. We had a wonderful time crabbing. You should do it too. How quintessentially PNW. Just do a little bit of research, get your license, and get out here on the water. We leave you now with the sights and sounds of summerttime on another waterway, the Snoqualmie River, the Three Forks Natural Area. This is where the North and Middle Fork intersect. So long.
You did amazing. You did so good.